Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of We Live Right Now. The podcast called We Live Right Now podcast episode. This is always your host, Teriso Johnny Huns. How's everybody doing today? I got lots to talk about, a lot of things to talk about today. This is the late night grind edition from the AAF action took place on Sunday to NFL news to college to let me see here college basketball in terms of the conference, and conference play is sometime is this week, and also we're going to talk about today the PS5 as well. Like I said, first things first, I just want to say that sorry for the other day as well, y'all. I know I was supposed to come up with a part 2 on Sunday, but when your boy gets tired, y'all. Like I said, I do apologize to all the viewers. I do apologize as well, and I hope you and as a result of that, I'm just going to make sure that along with my co-host Josh the Real Goods Woods, Josh the Real Goods Lee, we're gonna make a special episode out, not just a great episode, not just a good episode, but a great episode as well. What I first want to talk about now is the Sunday's action. AAF action between the Memphis Express and the Atlanta Legends. Now, even though Mettenberg for Memphis had was 9 for 17, 181 yards. Stacy, the running back, had 13 carries for 41 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Beatty had the one big reception for the Memphis Express for like 56 yards, and the defense did their thing for most of the game. They could not sustain the surges of Aaron Murray, as he had he was 27 for 43 for 306 yards. And he had a touchdown along with some major other contributors. And the key moment of the game is that the defense for the Memphis Express could not take advantage of stopping the run 3 minutes into the game, and as a result of that, the kicker for the Atlanta Legends, by the name of, he's number 7, last name is Cool, as he hit a 35-yard field goal made, and as the Atlanta Legends won the game 23 to 20, y'all. Once again, and was also led by number 26, Folston, who had 11 carries for 83 yards and 6 receptions for 23 yards, and he combined it for 2 touchdowns. Keith Tolbridge had 4 receptions for 56 yards, and so many other contributors has contributed into the Atlanta Legends win. And but like I said, the game winner was the number 7 Cole. He was the kicker that made the game winning field goal for 35 yards. As once again, the Atlanta Legends 23 and Memphis Express falls short. So the score was 23 to 20. Hey Josh. Hey Josh, any thoughts? Yo Josh. Yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, man. I just wanted to see what were your thoughts on that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the game between the Atlanta Legends and the Memphis Express. Yo, Josh.
Yo, say some water, please.
Yeah, you need some water? All right, hold on a second. Yo, talk to the people for a second, man. Talk to the people for a second, man, about the game, about the Atlanta game and stuff like that.
Oh, of course,
Yeah,
definitely.
man. Like I said, man.
Oh man, so we got the Atlanta game going on, ladies and gentlemen. So hope y'all out there just paying attention to them college games, man. Them shits is getting sick, boy. Each game is that much closer to the cup, and they are going for that title, ladies and gentlemen. So by all means, get your final 4 picks in and get it narrowed down. And by all means, stay tuned. You'd be surprised at the crown of that winner is going to be. So we have the Atlanta game going on now. This is going to be a very good matchup. Let's see. You got the ATL Legends. You got Aaron Murray. He's 24 for 43. And he had 306 yards and a TD. You got Centavius Jones for 5 receptions, 89 yards. You got Mr. number 7, Keo, for 38 yards and a field goal made for 25 and a 35-foot. And 32, Mr. Tyson Graham Jr. He is just doing his thing. Malachi Jones, 2 receptions, 31 yards. You got Mr. 20, number 6, Folstein, with 2 TDs. That is an amazing amount of good stats right there. That means he was busting ass and making sure every bit that he was actually going in to get, he made sure every last one of them knew he was going to play. He came to bring the game exactly where it was supposed to be brought into. He ran that ball like he was the longest slave upon the ships that he knew he was getting away from. But he ran them yards, and he got exactly what them stats needed. Not only to put him on top of where he needed to be, but that made him exactly what he needed to get him. A valuable player, good stats, good plays, and that shit spoke for him. Reminding environments where, hell, he was able to make it through where he ain't never thought about giving it up. That's why he always pushed through to apply pressure. Never give up.
Thank you, Josh, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Josh, man. Like I said, y'all, once again, the Atlanta Legends has won the game 23 won the game over Memphis Express 23 to 20. So like I said, there's going to be more action, y'all. Y'all need to check out the league as well. I'm telling you, is very epic and stuff like that too. Now the second game I'm just going to talk to you guys about is the San Antonio Commanders versus the Arizona Hotshots. Now coming into the game, Arizona Hotshots were in terms of the third down conversions, they only was 29%. That's worse. That's worse in the AAF. And it goes to show you in today's game today, as number 7 Wolford. He made a real errant throw, because you never throw across your body. And I know that quarterback was trying to make a play, y'all, but you never throw across your body. And as a result of that, number 32 Smith for the San Antonio Commanders ran the ball for a touchdown with the pick six, capitalized on that pick 6, and as well, you know what I'm saying. I'm telling you, my thing is too with the game and stuff like that. But you, as a result of the whole entire game, that quarterback for Arizona Hotshots had a bad game, and also he it was just like. It was terrible. I know he had like 3 interceptions for sure, based on the highlights that I've seen. Also, as a result of that, my thing is that the quarterback for Arizona Hotshots, number 7 Wolford, had number 82, the wide receiver, had him wide open. As the number 82 was running the underneath route, the curl to the outside route. And my thing is that to that quarterback is, you got to stop being real greedy and just give what the defense is giving you. Yeah, and then like I said, if you had somebody on at the underneath, I understand you as a quarterback want to make the big play and want to make things happen, but you're doing too. But that quarterback was doing too much. Like I said, take what the defense is giving you. If you find an opening within that defense, take what the defense is giving you. Now, also, and the key thing is, how do you expect to win a game if your team came up with two turnovers in the first quarter? I mean, even though yes, Rashad, number 15, Rashad Ross had a touchdown later in the later parts of the game. Excuse me, y'all. Let's hold on for 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Even though Rashad Ross had a touchdown, but I mean, what the quarterback had a bad game because he threw the ball too low, as he was attempting to pass to number 15 as well. My thing is, and there was another errant throw that he tried to make to number 84 for the Arizona Hotshots, but they could not even capitalize on it because I mean they couldn't capitalize on it. As a result of that, the Commanders had another interception, y'all. And the defense for Arizona Hotshots, they were getting torched down the field. Is because of the effective play action passes led by the Commanders. I mean, there was so many so many contributors that caused San Antonio Commanders to win that game. They were led by number 9. They were led by number 20. They were led by number 14. DeMarcus Ayers, number 89, and number 19, Alonzo Moore. It was so many spectacular plays, and they deserved to win the game as they won. 29-25, y'all. And Josh, any thoughts on that? Oh shoot, yo, Josh. Yeah, any thoughts on that?
More? Yeah, I do. That's on that. It's a little feedback.
Yeah.
Let me see. Now, where am I at?
No. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on for 1 quick second, y'all. Hold on for 1 quick second.
I just want to make sure I'm following along exactly where we at.
You can talk about all that stuff if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, I was actually in the back right here. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Let's just take it a little commercial break, y'all. A little commercial break, y'all. Give us a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give us a couple seconds. And yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, while Josh is getting hit start, while Josh, the real goods lead, is preparing and stuff like that. I just want to let y'all know, y'all, the NCAA tournament is coming next week, y'all. The selection show, excuse me, is coming next week. I'm telling y'all this right now. It's going to be another exciting year of college basketball. Is to see what 68 teams is going to make it in. Who's going to who's going to be the last 4 teams to make it. Also, what 4 teams is going to be the first 4 out of the NCAA tournament, y'all. And right before that, I know this week, each conference is going to have their conference tournament, their conference tournament championship, y'all. Y'all gotta watch out for that. I know the Big East tournament is having their tournament at the Madison Square Garden out in New York City, aka the Big Apple, y'all. I'm telling you this, it's gonna be epic as usual. I know that the Big Ten tournament, I think they're having it in Chicago. As far as I know, I know I should have done more research, y'all, and I do apologize for any inconvenience whatsoever. like I said, man, the NCAA tournament is underway, and a lot of and a few other teams already punched their NCAA tournament bid. Is like I said, a few. I know Bradley is one of those teams. And there's a few other teams that already punched their ticket in to go to the NCAA tournament already. And like I said, that's all I'm gonna say to that about the NCAA tournament for now, y'all. And yo, Josh, whenever you ready, man. Josh, whenever you ready and stuff like that, man. Yeah, like I said, man. I know he just getting into the building. Well, he just kind of sort of just chilling and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just chilling like that. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's a lot. There's a lot of things going on. Like I said, it's a late night grind. We in the this is a late night grind edition. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we just right before the morning, y'all. We just trying to get our last starts in for the night. I know there was some NBA action as well. I think the Clippers won over the Celtics. Later on during the show, I will make sure me and Josh is gonna make sure to get the score for you. And but I know that the Clippers won for sure. But like I said, back to the second. We gonna talk about the second game, y'all, that happened on Sunday, with the AAF action between the San Antonio Commanders and the Arizona Hotshots. And now, Josh, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I definitely want to give some thoughts out here up on that game. What a fucking game. I mean, amazing. You have got to be appalled by the performances of both teams. I mean, I got to give them credit. They both showed out. They definitely did what they were supposed to do on the stage. And they gave out their best weapons. They got it done. It made it happen. There was only one winner. And that happened to be the, Arizona, So I appreciate the fact that they actually stuck out there for a long time.
I'm sorry.
The San Antonio Commanders, that happened to be. Thank you. Now, I may be thinking of Arizona, Texas, but definitely not the definite city we're talking about, but definitely in the hot state that is in. So half right. So the fact that they actually was able to hold that league for a long time. Number 84. First of all, you fucking up everything. Sit your ass down, dog. Sit your ass down, dog. You fucking up everything. You don't need to be playing upstar bench. That's what you need to do, okay? First of all. Second of all, I gotta give credit to the team, man. Let me get those stats, please. Now, I ended up seeing that there was about a few players, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 4. I may be miscounting. They went out there and they shut it down. They got a nice piece of yardage. I see some receptions. I see some field goals to put in, and they definitely got the kick in. Just good yardage after they was able to make those particular, clutches. They came in right in time. They held it down, and they made sure each time that they got a piece towards victory, it was scoring those points and scoring on that ass and making sure the ones that I was supposed to have. Listen, you only had one job. You were supposed to do what you were supposed to do, and I was supposed to take care. You ain't take care of that one job. That's why.
We back live, y'all. We are back live, y'all. Like I said, man, you know how it goes with the technical difficulty. Like I said, once again, y'all, the San Diego Commanders capitalized off the key basis of the game is that the San Antonio Commanders was able to capitalize off the turnovers of the Arizona Hotshots. If you're gonna win in this league, you gotta hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball. You know what I'm saying? And the quarterback, it has to be better quarterback play from number 7 Wolford of the Arizona Hotshots. Like I said, he once again, you gotta stop. I mean, that quarterback has to stop being greedy and take what the defense is giving you. Because you're not going to get the deep ball every time. You're not going to make a remarkable play every single time. Just take your time, survey the field, and take what the defense is giving you. Like I said, eventually those holes, whatever the defense is giving you, that's an advantage that you gotta take, because the more advantages like that, it's the more the chances that you're gonna go down the field, score and just to score the touchdown. And by the way, even though Arizona Hotshots lost again, I would like to shout out to number 18. He number 18 by the name of Marcus Bundy. Now, this wide receiver is not a slouch like Al Bundy, y'all. He once again, Marcus Bundy of number 18 of the Arizona Hotshots. Even though there was a controversial play, it was a fumble after the progress was stopped, which I agree with that. Which I agree with analysis with the analyst saying that the ball should the play should have been stopped. Like I said, Marcus Bundy, this wide receiver, is not a slouch like Al Bundy or Mary with Children. Okay, like I said. No, like I said, this wide receiver is not no slouch, y'all. Because he brings it. He bring it. He really does bring it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That wide receiver, even though the team that he was on, which was the Arizona Hotshots, lost. And also the key of the game is that it was just bad quarterback play from number 7, Wolford. All right. As once again, as a result of that, the San Diego Commanders won 29-25, y'all. Now, the second thing I want to talk about with y'all is obviously, you know what I'm saying, you see this right here, NFL news, y'all, you know what I'm saying, and I want to get into NFL news for the first thing that I'm talking about in relation to NFL news. Tyrann Mathieu, the safety for the safety that used to be in Houston Texans, reached an agreement with the Chiefs. It's a 3-year deal worth $42 million. All right. Now now Terry Suggs, he used to play obviously he used to play with the Ravens for 16 seasons. He was one of those outside of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. He was one of those focal points of the defense during his time with the Baltimore Ravens. Unfortunately, due to financial issues with the team, he had to go to another team. So he agreed in terms with the Arizona Cardinals, y'all. Now, the third thing in relation to my news to the NFL, from the NFL, is that the 49ers, the San Francisco 49ers, y'all, are pushing a trade to get Odell Beckham Jr. But he already signed that deal with the Giants, that 5-year deal from last year, that 5-year deal worth $95 million. If the 49ers is going to make noise this season, they had to capitalize on free agency, and they had to capitalize in the draft as well. But they from rumors was spreading around, they are trying to get Odell Beckham Jr. Now, the fourth thing in relation to NFL news that I wanted to discuss with y'all is that even though they are still trying to get Odell Beckham Jr., the 49ers are still trying to get Odell Beckham Jr., they capitalized on getting linebacker Kawan Alexander, as he signed like a 4-year deal worth $54 million, and he's getting and there's a $27 million guaranteed included. He used to come from the Tampa Bay Bucks. He just was a linebacker that made ways to prove that he is a master of tackling, y'all. So he's one of those key free agents 49ers picked up, y'all. And I noticed other moves that the 49ers are trying to make as well. Now, in terms of now the fifth thing that I want to talk to you guys about is Deshaun Jackson and the Bucks. Unfortunately they are part of the ways, and I think there was a rumor sourcing that the Eagles are maybe capitalizing on the opportunity to get Deshaun Jackson. As you football, as you NFL fans know, that Deshaun Jackson used to play for the Eagles back when he first started in the NFL. And if the Eagles can capitalize on getting on him, I don't know if they did yet. It's gonna definitely open up opportunities for other wide receivers like Nelson Aguilar and Alshon Jeffries to have more opportunities to catch the ball. If the Eagles, if the Eagles is expected to go to the Super Bowl, I think that they need to jump on Deshaun Jackson. He's very effective. He is very dynamic in the passing game, and his running ability when it comes down to running reverses as well. So stay tuned, y'all, for watch. We're gonna see what team will get Deshaun Jackson as well. All right. Now let me see. Now the sixth thing I want to talk to you guys about is Malik Jackson. Now Malik Jackson just signed a 3-year deal worth $30 million. He played 3 seasons. And he signed that deal with the Eagles. Now he has played 3 seasons with the Jaguars, and he never missed a game while with the Jaguars. But in 2018, he never got into the starting lineup, y'all. Like I said, that's a great pickup for the Eagles because they needed to improve their defense. I think Michael Bennett got traded over to the Patriots. They needed an actual. So the Eagles needed to basically fill in that void as they signed Malik Jackson to a 3-year deal worth $30 million. And I know that obviously the Eagles are also making moves as well. Now let me see here. Let me see if I was just missing anything real quick. Yo, Josh, man. Josh, man. Any thoughts so far on the NFL news that I talked to you so far?
I'm just amazed at the fact that these actual news updates are just coming about, because I knew these trades were going to actually happen, but these are surprise trade-offs that are actually being made behind the scenes, man. Like, these free agents are really making an absolute, availability to where they get these players, top star players,
right,
snatched by the best teams in the NFL to get themselves collaborated with a team and get, a ring. But not just a ring, but actually dominate and, make an elite team that'll go out there, put points on the board, but can handle the field both offensively and defensively, special teams.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Josh. By the way, let me see here, you guys. Let me see here. We're just gonna take a quick commercial break, y'all. We're coming right back, y'all. Let me hold on tight, man. There's definitely more news on the NFL that I would like to discuss. Just gonna take like this quick commercial break, y'all. Hold on. It's gonna be a few minutes. Y'all, so just hold on, sit on tight. Like I said, there's a lot more to talk about in relation to the NFL, and also with the conference title. I mean, with the conference tournament on the way for college basketball. Y'all, hold on, sit on tight, y'all. Sit on tight, real quick. Here. Hey, Josh, you know what? I'll talk to them for a second as I get it back.
Absolutely. No doubt. Hey, what's going on? We all livers out there. How y'all doing out there, man? It's your boy, co-host Joshua, Real Goods Lee, up on his ones and twos. So I'm just telling y'all, man, about what's going on with this football league, man? What y'all thinking about these agencies picking up on these players, man? So there's some good ass, snatches that they taking. I think they're getting their money's worth. And you know what? I expect to see some surprising, plays and some devastating moves inside the field. I mean, that's what the NFL is for, and that's the whole point of getting players who have playing with, with a certain team for a certain long time, even if it's as short as if it's a year or two. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some type of years, acquainted with the team in order to be a part of the team and be one and perform great. Like like a championship. Team what? I don't expect the less, but these trade-offs, man, these are definitely some surprising, moves being made here, and I think that's what's got the NFL excited up to this date. So I expect, some more surprises, and nonetheless, the stakes are definitely high. These contracts that they're paying these boys, whew, man, if only y'all can get that type of contract, I would definitely work for it, but I would probably have to make sure everything is in co-signer mode, so I won't be making sure I got gotten by the fine print. You feel me? And that's the whole thing of following the contract. What you gotta do is follow our rules, just don't break it. But with these contracts, they giving up a nice deal where you don't leave until you actually max out your contract. And that's what's actually smart about it. But the biggest thing is getting paid for this nice amount of money. So it's like, why not bust ass and kick ass? Hey, that's the whole reason you got professional in the first place, right?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Josh. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I had to make sure that everything was all set with me, y'all. Like I said, man, there's a lot of exciting news within the NFL so far. This is a time where free agency is here, y'all. And it's here to stay, y'all. I'm telling you this right now. But like I said, I wanted to discuss more with you guys in relation to the NFL. Now, the offensive tackle by the name of Trent Brown, he signed with the Raiders. He signed a 4-year deal worth $66 million. All right, I'm gonna say that one more time. I'm telling you, I'm gonna say that one more time. He just signed with the Raiders, a 4-year deal worth $66 million, and he's getting a $36.75 million guaranteed on top of that. Well, as a result of all that, now he is the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL history, y'all. As a result of that, once again, y'all, he is the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL history. Now, the Raiders are really making things happen. Especially when John Gruden was there, he been signed that 10-year deal with $100 million. They just got I know they just got Antonio. Just discuss with y'all about Antonio Brown, getting that guaranteed money as well. They just traded for him from Pittsburgh. As like I said, Pittsburgh got the third round and a third round overall pick. A third rounder and a fifth rounder. Just so that Oakland Oakland can get Antonio Brown, y'all. Yeah, like I said earlier before, y'all, the Raiders are making moves, especially with this move with that offensive tackle that I just mentioned by the name of Trent Brown, y'all. So far it's been like I said, is so far it's crazy. This 2019 free agency is crazy, y'all. As I know Dante Fowler Jr. Is signed back with the Rams. He signed a 1-year deal worth $14 million, and as far as I know, he's one of the biggest acquisitions leading into the right in the for the 2019 free agency here. And I know that it was important for the Rams to get him back is because I know they just signed Eric Weddle. Yeah, he just got signed by the Rams. I forgot the the terms the terms in which he signed with the Rams as well. The other let me see here. I talked about that. Now the eighth thing that I want to talk to you guys about in relation to the NFL is that after eight seasons with the Chiefs, Justin Houston and the Chiefs parted ways because as a result of that, first things first, y'all, they were trying to trade him, but no trades were possible before they released him. And now, as a result of the Chiefs releases him, now they save 14 million in cap space. So my question is to y'all, what team will get Justin Houston? Because Justin Houston was one of those few dynamic players on that defense when he played for the Chiefs. So stay in tune, y'all, to see where he goes as well. Hey Josh. Yo Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Further thoughts on the any thoughts that you would have further with the NFL news that I have discussed with you about? Discuss with the viewers about.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely give a little, feedback on that, and I think is very fortunate and a privilege to actually be able to speak upon. Well, first of all, I gotta say, what a what an amazing moment to actually see these actual transactions make place. We'll be able to find this news about these NFL, transactions that are applying by underneath the scene and just coming out and being a surprise for us to, actually not only glorify but to keep the NFL exciting for itself for the viewers. So I definitely don't, knock what they're doing as far as, keeping their, end of the bargain up. What I am surprised is these free agencies that are picking up these players, and good players might have added, and getting them snatched up by some good teams. Now, the one that surprised me the most was definitely that I've heard about is Antonio Brown. We wouldn't mind having that legend come up here, first of all. We need something. Now, Josh Allen was definitely doing his thing last season. I don't care. That boy's 6'10" and over 200 something pounds. That man held it down for us in some games.
6'7".
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, thank you, sir. Thank you, 6'7", 200 plus pounds. So it's like that man, it was huge. And that man can play. And that man can fucking hop. Did you see that game? What? Whoo, y'all don't want to fuck with him? But what I want to say this, though. I am a definite fan of who we got possibly coming. All I know is, can he get the job done to actually get us where we need to be so we can finally sit in our lifetime and finally get our ring. Thank you. Not that serious. But not only that, but just be a very competitive team and let people know that we actually have something to offer too. Like, we ain't just all glamour of just breaking records and just having fancy vintage t-shirts and jerseys and shit. We actually know how to win games. We know how to get there. And I think if we just happen to get the right picks, the right drafts, and we just use our players and just sharpen up on them, a lot more, we'll be able to win games and get to where we need to be. That plus, instead of winning, championship titles, you can actually win a ring. And then just so on and so forth. So I think that's going to be, very interesting with what the NFL is actually doing as they continue to, and they just keep on bringing that, good entertainment that they've gotten. They won't ever lose their taste as of, the hottest network to get your coverage for football, but all the nice, excitement, non-stop action, and just being able to recap and see what kind of picture you have this year for the teams that's coming up to play for, this year for the new season. So I expect to see a lot of action, and then definitely place your bets. It's going to happen again.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Josh, the Real Goods Lee. I'm telling you, man. I'm glad to. Like I said, I'm glad that he's here. Not just here, not just here for tonight though. But like I said, I'm glad he's here as a as my co-host of this show. Once again, called We Live Right Now. And like I said, y'all, you guys can also see a recap of this episode on my YouTube page. That's under my name, Teriso Johnny Huns, y'all. I'm telling you, like I said, we here to stay, man. We here to stay. I'm here to stay, and definitely Josh, the real goods Lee, is here to stay as well.
I ain't going nowhere. We holding it down, nigga.
Yeah, we holding things down. You know what I'm saying, for this podcast, man. I never, like I told you, let me tell y'all a little story, y'all. I never dreamed of having a podcast. Possibly, I know I put out like a lot of videos out there, a lot of episodes out there from previous times, but I never thought or imagine that this would be a podcast, but everything is coming to pass. And like I said, I think that I think the one that's above, I thank God that and I think Josh, Josh, the real good, the real good. I mean the real goods Lee. Saying like, yo, Ty, man, you might as well just call this a podcast since you already got videos, y'all. But like I said, y'all can also check it out, not just in not I'm glad that I'm glad that Josh, the real goods Lee, is here as my co-host as well. Like I said, man, y'all need to just go ahead and stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Like I said here, like I said now, man. We here, man. We are here though, man. You know, and this is another episode of We Live Right Now podcast, y'all. It's epic, and it's always and it's always legendary, y'all. Like I said, he's not just one of my special guests, man. This is my brother, you know what I'm saying, from another mother as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, not just my co-host, but like I said, this is my brother from another mother, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's here to stay, you know what I'm saying? He earned this spot to be part of the the experience of We Live Right Now podcast, y'all. I'm telling you, man, this is epic. Now, like I said, it's going to be, and it's always legendary, y'all, man. Like I said, so stay tuned in. Like I told y'all, y'all can play this a recap of this episode, not just on Facebook. Y'all can also play there's going to be a recap of this episode on YouTube as well. Go ahead, you guys, check it out, though. But what I want to get into is the college basketball conference title games. This is a week. This is what they call in college basketball championship week. I'm telling you. And like I said, there are and then when I want to talk to you about not just the conference, not just the conference title games that's happening. It's like the title odds. It's like, I know Vegas for sure had placed their bets according to Vegas, according to a number of betting sources out there, and as well. Like I said, in terms of the in terms of the SEC tournament, they got Tennessee at plus 175. They got Kentucky at plus 200, and they got LSU as plus 450. And I know there's other teams that are in within the SEC tournament. I want to know who do you think will take it all? Who do you think will take it all in terms of the take it all in terms of the SEC tournament game? And also let me see here. The second, the Big Ten tournament. The title odds for that team, for one of those teams to win the Big Ten tournament, is that the greatest chance that I mean, Michigan State has the greatest chance. They are at a plus 175. Second, Michigan at plus 250. Purdue plus 300. Wisconsin plus 800. Maryland plus 1,000. Penn State, y'all. From what I heard, from what I read, maybe they might be a sleeper within this Big Ten tournament. They are at plus 2,500. Indiana is at plus 3,000. Iowa and Minnesota is at plus 5,000, and Nebraska and Ohio State is at plus 7,500 as well. I want to know, guys, who will win the Big Ten tournament. And the odds is crazy over here, y'all. They said that more than likely they saying for the Big Ten tournament, Michigan State might win it all. And for the SEC tournament, they said that Tennessee might win it all as well. And Josh, what are your thoughts on that? As in terms of the title odds and stuff like that, who if you was a betting man, who would you place your money on? Who would you place your money on as well, based on the based on the SEC tournament and based on the Big Ten tournament? Who would what team would be if you was a betting man? If you was a betting man, who would you go for?
That's a very good question. Well, if I was to be a good bet, man, I mean, damn, there's so many good ones. I mean, there's only so many slots left, so I mean, championship week is here, so I mean, well, give me the teams that are actually on there again, and I'm gonna take my pick.
Okay, for the SEC tournament, Tennessee, Kentucky, LSU. There's I know there's like Arkansas, Missouri. Who else? There's a whole bunch of them within the SEC.
Okay.
Let me see. I know I mentioned Tennessee. I mentioned Kentucky, LSU. I mentioned Missouri, Arkansas. I know there's Ole Miss in there. At Ole Miss.
Okay.
Mississippi State. Let me see here. Alabama. Auburn. And that's about it for all the teams. And that was my fault. I should have wrote them all down. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to.
It's okay. I did have a couple of mine that I, pretty much knew, but I just wanted to see what the whole list was, embodied. All right, well, thank you for that list, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, my brother, not only as the co-host, but the fact that you allowed me to earn this spot and to be able to be on this and do it with you, bro. That's 100%.
Word. Facts.
So, now, after the list has been read, I'm going to have to go with LSU right off the bat. See, now, just because, man, not only does that acronym sound so good, but we're going to leave it there. Pause, you feel me? But I just happen to have my bets on them. They're a hot team, man. I mean, they're a pretty common good team. Then they know how to bust ass. I'm going to tell you right now. Now, I may not know the damn players on the damn team as of right now because I just happened to get into college basketball. I was apparently into some other sports, but that didn't mean I forgot about watching it. I take the, look inside the games here and there. So don't worry, I'm gonna get up on my, team members and get up on them too. So you expect to hear me on some next episode, giving you some stats of my team and everything. So that's an oath I'm gonna hold on to. But yeah, my money's on them. They looking real good this year, boy. That jersey looking like a championship ring, baby. Let's get it. Let's go, LSU. Let's go, baby. Shut these motherfuckers the fuck down. Don't let them get shit. And y'all better get that motherfucking cup and bring that shit home, you dig?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, John.